Welcome to our next episode of the Dinosaur Science series. In this series, we are going to explain dinosaurs, their behavior, their history, their diet, and lots of fascinating content that you didn't know about them. Dinosaur Biology. Dinosaurs are a group of now extinct, terrestrial reptiles in the order Dinosaur that lived from about 225 million years ago to 66 million years ago, during the Mesozoic era. The Mesozoic dinosaurs belong to a group of animals called archosaurs, which also includes crocodiles and birds. In the past, we thought of dinosaurs as rather like crocodiles, cold-blooded, scaly monsters that must have spent a lot of their time doing very little. But over the years scientists have changed their views, and many now see dinosaurs as far more active, agile, and often feathered animals that were more like birds. Species of dinosaurs ranged from chicken-sized creatures such as the 1-kilogram predator Compsognathus to colossal, herbivorous animals known as sauropods, which were larger than any terrestrial animals that lived before or since. Some dinosaurs were enormous, awesomely fierce predators, while others were mild-mannered herbivores, or plant-eaters, that reached an immense size. The word dinosaur is derived from two Greek words, meaning terrible lizard. The term refers to some of the huge and awesome predatory dinosaurs, the first of these extinct reptiles to be discovered that were initially thought to be lizard-like in appearance and biology. But Richard Owen, 1804 to 1892, the British expert in comparative anatomy, also coined the word in awe of the complexity of this wide variety of creatures that lived so long ago and yet were so well adapted to their world. Dinosaurs were remarkable and impressive animals, but are rather difficult to define as a zoological group. They were terrestrial animals that had upright legs, rather than legs that sprawled outward from the body. Their skulls had two temporal openings on each side, in addition to the opening for the eyes, as well as other common and distinctive features. The dinosaurs were distinguished from other animals, however, by distinctive aspects of their behavior, physiology, and ecological relationships. Unfortunately, relatively little is known about these traits, because we can only learn about dinosaurs using their fossil traces, which are rare and incomplete. It is clear from the available evidence that some species of dinosaurs were large predators, others were immense herbivores, and still, others were smaller predators, herbivores, or scavengers. Sufficient information is available to allow paleontologists to assign scientific names to many of these dinosaurs and to speculate about their evolutionary and ecological relationships. Although they are now extinct, the dinosaurs were among the most successful large animals ever to live on Earth. The dinosaurs arose during the interval of geologic time known as the Mesozoic, Middle Life, era, often called the Golden Age of Reptiles, or the Age of Dinosaurs. Radiometric dating of volcanic rocks associated with dinosaur fossils suggests they first evolved 225 million years ago, during the late Triassic period, and became extinct 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period. Dinosaurs lived for about 160 million years, and were the dominant terrestrial animals on Earth throughout the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, a span of over 100 million years. In Herculean. When dinosaurs were discovered, people assumed that they walked like lizards, sprawling with legs outspread. Even though it soon became clear from their bones that they stood with their legs directly beneath their bodies, their fossil skeletons were still reconstructed with the tails trailing on the ground. We now know that even giant dinosaurs had a far more agile stance. Old idea. Many older pictures and models of big hunters such as Tyrannosaurus rex show them propped up on their tails like kangaroos. This tripod stance seems very unlikely. New look. Research into the way dinosaurs moved indicates that bipeds like Tyrannosaurus rex would have had a dynamic, athletic stance. They would have held their highs low and tails high. Bones and muscles. Big dinosaurs needed skeletons with big bones, and some of these bones were truly colossal and massive. They contained air cavities that reduced their weight without drastically affecting their strength. The bones had to be strong because muscle attachment scars on fossil bones show that they had to withstand the stresses of powerful muscles. Massive plant eaters. Plant eaters needed much larger, heavier digestive systems than meat eaters because plant food takes longer to digest. Many supported the extra weight on all four limbs. Quadrupeds developed stout front limb and shoulder bones, with big muscles. But although the large quadrupeds, such as Iguanodon, must have been very strong, they were less agile. Walking tall. All the meat-eating theropods and many plant eaters were bipeds that walked on two legs. Their full weight was supported by their massive hind legs and pelvic bones. The legs of big hunters such as Carnotaurus also had immensely strong legs. The heaviest plant eaters, the giant sauropods, weighed 10 times as much as the meat eaters. Furry feathers. Most big dinosaurs had scaly, reptilian skin. We know this from preserved skin impressions. However, recently discovered fossils of small theropod dinosaurs show that many had feathers. Most of these feathers were very simple, hair-like structures that insulate the body, like fur. This suggests that these dinosaurs, at least, used the energy from food to generate heat within their bodies, and evolved insulating coats that retained heat and saved energy. Stiff veins. The flight feathers of modern birds have interlocking barbs that zip together to form veins that fan the air. Some extinct, non-flying dinosaurs had these too, but they were mainly for insulation, for a show, or used to protect young in the nest. Runners on the move. Fossilized dinosaur trackways indicate that some dinosaurs could move quite fast. Although this is not a verifiable fact, the smaller ones that ran on two legs may have been capable of the same sort of speeds as a human sprinter. Bigger, heavier dinosaurs must have been slower, but even giants such as Tyrannosaurus rex would have moved fast as they charged into an attack. Exactly how fast is still the subject of fierce debate. Possible running speeds. Stegosaurus 3.7 miles per hour. Euoplocephalus 4.9 miles per hour. Diplodocus 14.9 miles per hour. Triceratops 16.1 miles per hour. Spinosaurus 18.6 miles per hour. T-Rex 19.9 miles per hour. Velociraptor 24.2 miles per hour. Air power. The lungs of dinosaurs were similar to the lungs of birds, which is not surprising as birds inherited their lungs from their dinosaur ancestors. Dinosaurs had a complex one-way airflow system that was, and is more efficient than the simple and-out airflow of mammals' lungs. The airflow allowed dinosaurs to get more oxygen from each breath, and use it to generate more energy. A bird tubes passing through them. Air is pumped through the tubes by many balloon-like air sacs. Dinosaur. Fossil clues show that Mesozoic dinosaurs had the same basic lung anatomy as modern birds. Complete with air sacs, and it is reasonable to assume that dinosaurs had the same air tubes and other respiratory tissues as birds. Thank you for supporting us by watching our finest episodes of the Dinosaur Science series.